What's up, YouTube? Welcome back. So I want to talk about this situation with the rapper Kash Doll and her supposed run-in with colorism within the industry, the music industry. So, you know, a bit of a backstory. Kash Doll wound up saying some stuff a while ago, saying basically downplaying colorism and saying that it's not really a thing. It's not really a big deal. It doesn't really hold people back. Basically, downplaying colorism. You know, the receipts are out there. Go look them up if you're really interested. This video is more so going to be about her current situation, supposedly, that happened. All right, and I'm just going to say it. All right, I'm just going to say it. Don't trust it. Don't believe her. Don't believe it. Don't trust her. All right. Whether it's true or not, Kash Doll is on her own, at least for now, when it comes to me. All right. And I kind of feel like low key. I feel like I don't really hear a big strong battle cry from brown skin and dark skinned black women on this, and which actually does not really surprise me actually. And I'll get into that. Well, I can get into that now, but yeah, that doesn't actually surprise me because I kind of feel like when it comes to these type of situations, the women probably one, I think the battle cry for men, the black kangs, is way stronger, for them than it is for, the black queens, right? And I kind of think that could possibly be at play here a little bit, but also it's a lot more to it than that, though. And I'll get into that part a little later on in this video. But for me, I'm like, well, why are you telling us about getting denied clearance for a beat for being too dark, and how they won't clear the beat unless you get a light-skinned chick on the hook or somewhere on the track? Why are you telling us this? Why not tell Tory Lanez's shady ass and get him the help, since he has such a big problem with colorism, right? Here's your chance, Tory Lanez, to do some real shit and redeem yourself, But, yeah, we know what that's all about, so I hope nobody's holding their breath on that. And a bit of a sidebar here, but I kind of touched on this earlier in the video, but I do feel that black people and even black women would be harder on Kash Doll versus Tory Lanez for lying about colorism, if this is indeed a lie, which I'm inclined to believe that it is. All right, another sidebar, and this is the even bigger sidebar, but okay, Matthew Knowles, Beyonce and Solange's father, just recently, very recently, said that Beyonce wouldn't have been as successful if she was dark-skinned. And I'm like, well, okay, nigga, you already said that a while ago. Like, he's already said this. At this point, he's just regurgitating the same colorism talking point that he had before. And if you're going to speak on colorism, at least speak on some new shit and move the conversation forward. With a platform like Matthew Knowles, he could really do that. But you notice that they're kind of like, on some like colorism 101 shit. Right? Like he's trying to pretty much just giving like the bare minimum, just enough, a very basic like course on colorism. Like, come on, come with it if you're gonna come, Matthew knows. Like, if you're gonna come in the conversation, then come with it. And I know Matthew knows could really come with it, but he probably won't, you know. And he probably still has some colorist tendencies himself, you know. I personally think he's another, fucking colorism scammer trying to appeal to black women for monetary gain. I just think you just add Matthew Knowles to the colorism scammer list too, along with Tory Lanez and probably Kash Doll. But back to Kash Doll. All right. So again, why are you telling us about this situation, Kash Doll? Like, what we supposed to do? Also, what can we do? She didn't name any names, which makes me ask, why did she post it in the first place? What was her motive? Because again, she didn't really name any names, so it's not like we can really drag somebody since no one was named. And also, another thing, like the post was very short and very let me read the post that she posted. It's crazy. I remember saying I haven't witnessed colorism just yet in the industry. Well, it happened. This guy don't even want to clear this beat because of my skin tone unless I get another woman on the hook that's a lighter complexion. ... Just wanted to share that with you guys. It's like, okay, so what we supposed to do? Like, really, like what's the point? What's the motive? And if she ain't naming names, at this point, just keep it off the playground. Well, keep it on the playground and keep it out of the conversation. And go get a light-skinned chick to get on the hook, apparently, because it seems like that's the only way this nigga's gonna clear the beat for your ass. So you better go find some light-skinned chick to go sing on the hook or rap on the hook or whatever the fuck. But I really think she's scamming to try and get some more support, some relevancy, and money from black women. I really kind of, I don't know. I'm not really feeling this post here. And, so now we may have a case of a black woman pandering to black women for monetary gain. And at this point, it's like, it's one thing when like other people take advantage of black women, but when black women start taking advantage of black women, then it's like, okay, you're kind of like low-key engaging in a form of cannibalism. Really, if you think about it, like, you're like exploiting your own. You're really not supposed to do that. Really, you shouldn't be exploiting anybody, but especially not your own, right? But then again, maybe Kash Doll doesn't see all black women as her own. I'll get into that a little later in this video. Also, another red flag here. She used to be a stripper, which to me means that she'll do a lot and go far to get them dollars. All right. She may not do anything, but she'll do a lot, for that dollar. And hell, her name is Kash Doll. Come on. She already, from her name, from jump, letting you know what she about. All right. No shade, but I'm just saying. I don't put it past any of these industry niggas. All right. Especially after Tory Lanez whack ass pulled that fuck shit he pulled. All right. And also, another sidebar here. Why are all these stripper hoes and recovering stripper hoes becoming rappers? And this is a big part of the reason why folks don't really take female rappers seriously. I'm just saying. Also, and if this colorism situation is really true, then I think that Cash Doll should be at least, she should at least be woman enough to apologize for downplaying colorism and doing her fellow dark skinned and brown skinned black women a disservice. You know. And as well, if you are a brown skinned and dark skinned black woman who doesn't believe in colorism and feels like it's not an issue or even a thing, then really you should just stay quiet and stay out of the colorism conversation. All right, especially because these women typically end up derailing the colorism conversation when they get into it. All right, and besides, what do you get from doing that exactly? From derailing the colorism conversation, from speaking out, you know, against people or against the idea of colorism? Like, what do you really get from all that? Because last time I checked, you know, your career is still more or less in the same place it was before you said uh, the comment. Both of these comments, really, but the previous comment that she said, especially though. So again, it's like, why do you feel the need to jump in and advocate against, dark skinned and brown skinned black women while simultaneously differentiating yourself from them, particularly from dark skinned black women? That's what Cash Doll does, all right? Which leads me into my next talking point. Cash Doll makes it a point to differentiate herself from dark skinned black women. And there was a YouTuber, I think her name was like Leia Gordon, I think, and she had like a whole like YouTube video with receipts of Cash Doll, you know, on social media, kind of like when people would refer to her as a dark skinned black woman, she would like be like, no, I'm brown skinned actually, but thanks. Consistently, like many a time she said this to, correcting people when they kind of refer to her as a dark skinned black woman, And why is that? To me, that's a little suspect, and I feel like she may low-key kind of have some sort of colorist leanings her own self, right? She may be a little color struck her own self, right? Because this is something that I think kind of goes unnoticed and it goes over people's heads, but a lot of brown skinned black women, well, I won't say a lot, but some brown skinned black women here, they will low-key participate in colorism against dark skinned black women sometimes, and they low-key make it a point to differentiate themselves from dark skinned black women. All right. And also the dudes kind of low-key do that shit with them too. Because it'd be like, oh, you're not even you're not even dark skinned. And some of them, the brown skinned chicks, some of them be getting gassed up by it. Right? Which is low-key sort of like a very low-key subtle colorism. Maybe not gaslighting, but a colorism deflection tactic that goes unnoticed by a lot of people. All right. But I made videos about that a while ago with the, oh, you're not even dark skinned brown skinned woman. You're brown skinned. Made a video about that. Then I also made a video about brown skinned black women who participate in colorism against dark skinned black women. And heck, we even saw this play out on YouTube with a couple of YouTubers. One was a brown skin woman. One was a dark skin woman. And the dark skinned woman has a colorism platform and speaks out about colorism, and the brown-skinned woman has a more so like a pro-black platform and speaks out a lot about, you know, against interracial dating. And they wind up having some exchange of words, and then the brown-skinned woman wind up saying some slick shit about the dark-skinned black woman in terms of skin tone. All right, y'all know who I'm talking about. You know the people I'm talking about. All right. And also the brown-skinned black woman has recently been doing low-key kind of like colorism videos too for a minute now. This probably like the low-key kind of get back in the good graces of black women who she may have offended during that whole back and forth situation, right? And Cash Doll has also said some low-key slick shit about light skin and mixed women as well. you know um So, her colorism, she going all over the place with it. um, and by the way, like Cash Doll is not all that in the looks department, at least to me. I mean, if we're grading on a curve, maybe like some folks, especially some black women, like to do. But I'm just saying. I mean, her hair looks nice. Is it hers? If it's hers, then an extra point for her. Maybe an extra 2 points for her even. If it is her real hair, then okay. But I think I've said all I have to say for the moment about this situation here. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section. And until the next video, adios and goodbye for now.